Sugar doesn't just affect your waistline, it can quietly mess with your brain. According to multiple neuroscience and nutrition studies, chronically high sugar intake is linked to impaired learning, weaker memory formation, and reduced cognitive flexibility. In simple terms, too much sugar can make it harder for your brain to absorb, store, and adapt to new information. The problem starts with how sugar impacts the brain's hippocampus, the region responsible for learning and memory. Research shows that diets high in added sugars, especially fructose and sugar-sweetened beverages, are associated with reduced hippocampal function. When this area is compromised, the brain struggles to form new memories and connect new ideas, making learning feel slower and more frustrating. One major mechanism is insulin resistance in the brain. Just like muscles can become resistant to insulin, so can neurons. Insulin plays a key role in synaptic plasticity, the process that allows brain cells to strengthen connections when you learn something new. When sugar intake is consistently high, insulin signaling in the brain weakens, and learning efficiency drops. Inflammation is another culprit. Excess sugar promotes chronic, low-grade inflammation, which interferes with communication between neurons. Inflammatory markers can disrupt neurotransmitters like glutamate and acetylcholine, both essential for attention and memory. Over time, this creates a brain environment that's hostile to learning. Animal studies make this even clearer. Rodents fed high-sugar diets perform worse on maze tests and memory tasks compared to those on balanced diets. What's wild is that even after sugar intake was reduced, some learning deficits persisted for a while, suggesting the brain doesn't bounce back instantly. The damage isn't always permanent, but it's not harmless either. There's also the dopamine angle. Sugar overstimulates the brain's reward system, similar to addictive substances. When dopamine pathways are constantly flooded, the brain becomes less responsive to normal rewards, like the satisfaction of learning something new. This makes studying, problem-solving, and focus feel boring or mentally exhausting. Blood sugar crashes make things worse. High-sugar meals cause rapid spikes followed by sharp drops in glucose. These crashes lead to brain fog, irritability, poor concentration, and short-term memory lapses. When this cycle repeats daily, learning becomes inconsistent and mentally draining. Researchers emphasize that this isn't about cutting sugar to zero. The issue is chronic overconsumption, especially from ultra-processed foods and sugary drinks. Natural sugars from whole foods behave differently because fiber slows absorption and protects the brain from extreme glucose swings. The encouraging part? The brain is adaptable. Studies show that reducing added sugar, improving overall diet quality, and stabilizing blood sugar can restore learning capacity over time. Better sleep, adequate protein, healthy fats, and micronutrients all support recovery in cognitive function. The takeaway is blunt. Your brain needs stability, not sugar chaos. If learning feels harder than it should, whether in school, work, or daily life, it might not be a motivation problem. It could be metabolic. What you eat today directly shapes how well your brain learns tomorrow.